What is going on? You know it's a good video when you start out with a sad trombone. So this is not the sneak peek you were probably hoping for. For the last 15 or 20 seasons, Friday video has been the sneak peek of the Warships season. Today, for whatever reason, that is not the case. Also note that ugly pink GIF taking up space down there in that bottom section. So lots and lots of things going on. I am Zedmod. Speaking of what is going on, code Zedmod does not work because we are on the dev build. Do use it in all other places. And if you're wondering what that pink GIF is doing, by the way, do you say GIF or GIF? Regardless, it is taking up space, which means there's something new and exciting behind it that I can't show you. That in itself is pretty great. And now, speaking of pretty great, we're going to do a little bit of an intro with this.
Yea, bore, four, steer, bear, four, work, 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 steer. Yes, give us the sword, the cook, and taken.
Yes, Yishi Birkin, Birkin, Shorkin, Kikin. Swedish Chef is in the house. Now, I don't know how many of the other boom tubers or how many of you guys caught this reference, but it definitely hit me right square in the face hole. We are going to have a look over here in the skins. We have the Swedish Chef. We have a chef, and if you saw his aim throwing those utensils backwards, you probably know what troop that chef is coming in hot for. Over here, we also have a building skin for the radar. Come on, Boom Beach devs. Come on, Boom Beach artist types. Get us some defensive skins so we can show them in Warships. You can't show the radar in Warships. Hopefully, you can show Grenadiers in Warships, though, because if we jump on in to this sneakage of the peakage and go to troops and scroll down, you'll see Grenadiers, the chef, and he might be from Sweden. I tip my cap to you. I am guessing that whoever made this is older than 40, I want to say, because I could be wrong. Maybe young people know the Swedish Chef as well, but the fact that that video was the best video of the Swedish Chef I could find making a cake, and it was in like 320 by 240 resolution, means maybe you gotta be old to know who the Swedish Chef is, but I could be wrong. If you are like 16 and you know who the Swedish Chef is, please do hit me up in the comments. Now, before we get too far into this, there's no sound effects. If there was ever a skin that I would have killed to have sound effects, when him throwing cake going bork, 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 bork would have been amazing. And I considered hacking the APK to put that sound effect in for the Grenadier, but I just couldn't come up with the time. We are going to attack test, and we are going to use all of these pink chef chucking dudes, and he's pretty darn great. For those of you who don't like Grenadiers, I am going to do a video on how to use Grenadiers because you're wrong. Grenadiers are a great troop. They are one of the strongest of the PvP troops you can have. Maybe not so much for Warships, but look at this, just chucking those pink slices of pie and missing by an absolute mile. So the Swedish Chef lines up perfectly with this troop. I love that. And Supercell is kind of sneaky that way, where it's not a partnership with Muppets, and they've done that a bunch on things like Brawl Stars, where it's not fully Animaniacs or it's not fully Looney Tunes, but let's be honest, we all know it is. So hopefully this is opening up the door for Miss Piggy Zuka, or maybe Kermit Rifleman? I think maybe more like a Kermit Brick, perhaps. Brick kind of looks like Kermit to start with. So these guys are chucking pink slices of cake, and you notice that they're using their is that called a lifter? You can tell my wife likes to bake because I'm calling it a lifter. Most guys I know would just call it like a, I don't know what the heck, a spatula, but I'm pretty sure that's a lifter. Am I right? Am I right? Look at that front guy just chucking slices of cake. So reminder, it is Boom Beach's anniversary coming up. This is anniversary number 11, I think, also known as their birthday. So do remember, if you scroll to your map and you do not have the Boom Beach speaker thingy-majiggers, a reminder that over there to the right side of your base is Party Island, and do click that party button and see if you get some fireworks somewhere. Do check my other video on how to do that. Nonetheless, let's get back in here. Let's move this boring... Radar is one of the most boring buildings, so the fact that they chose to spice it up, I don't blame them at all. If we go to buildings over here and we come down here, a bork, down to our right. You know what? I gotta do it. Let's just get you back out here. Where did you even go, Muppet Chef? Where did you go? Did I turn it off? Where is the? Let's just start that again, shall we? That was poorly done by me. So we're gonna get this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Bork. Anyways, let's get this. Sorry, I had it's so good. So now when you've been talking about boosting all of your statues and going full disco, we now have a disco to go full disco. So it's kind of neat, kind of pretty, but it's I want a full disco boom cannon or a full disco mortar or something fun. Just because that way on Warships, when you load out, there's no radar. There's no Fort Knox gold storage. There's no gingerbread wood storage or residence or whatever. So anyways, that is my sneak peek for season 71 of the Boom Pass. I don't know that we have a number or a name for the Boom Pass seasons, but same price, same goodness, with a Giphy GIF to take up some space because we had to do so. Sad trombone moment because, of course, I would have liked to give you guys season 71 of Warships instead, but you're going to have to wait at least one more day, and just means that there's going to be less time for planning, less time for thinking, less time for chatter, and I am not a big fan of that. I loved the Friday sneak peeks, but you don't care about that, and if you do, then do make sure you comment on my video or Boom Beach's video or whatever the heck it might be. So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of bork. I am Zedmont. Boom Pass is a good one if you like Grenadiers. Now, my concern is not many of you do like Grenadiers, but maybe enough of you like the Swedish Chef. And if you haven't watched the Swedish Chef, do go get your fill on YouTube because there's a lot of good content with Beaker, I do believe. Is that right? It's been a minute. I was on the younger side growing up. My brother and my parents watched a lot of Muppets. Was it like Fraggle Rock on before or after or something? That's a little bit too obscure, but there is Fraggle Rock on Netflix or Apple TV or something. Regardless, I am rambling. I gotta go. Full disco party coming soon. Do make sure you check out Party Island in the next couple days if you can find. Look how full this base is. That is what the dev build looks like when you clear your map. Just everything all at once. Party Island is in the same spot for everyone, though. There are a lot of diamonds all over the place, and the crab is coming. So I shall talk to you soon. Thank you for coming in, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting about your Muppet knowledge. Don't be those two old guys up on the balcony. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.